Welcome to episode 2 of the Big Rap Cookbook podcast. The fact that we have made it to episode 2 without being cancelled is success beyond our wildest dreams. So thank you for locking in on this one. Episode 2 features Matter of Fact and EP, better known collectively as the Doppelgangaz, who we're massive fans of. Ever since we started the Big Rap Cookbook, there were 2 people that were very high up on the list of artists that we wanted to get involved in the project, and luckily enough, they hit us back early doors and dropped a recipe for issue 1. If you're not familiar with Doppelgangaz, make sure you go check them out now. I don't know what rock you've been hiding under, but go check their back catalogue. We do have to apologise a little bit for the sound quality in parts of this episode. It's a little bit glitchy due to the connection, and we did lose the first couple of minutes, so you join in during a reenactment. But hey, it's episode 2. We haven't got that Joe Rogan money just yet. As soon as we do, private jets for our guests, studios with the highest quality equipment guarantee. Until then, we appreciate you rocking with us and tuning in. As always, please let us know what you think of the podcast on all social medias at Big Rap Cookbook. So pull up a seat, relax, enjoy the podcast. Let's see.
Put it!
For the first time, we just want to start by asking you a bit about your experience of food growing up, and if there's any particular memorable dishes from your childhood.
Yeah. I was saying before, man, that my folks are from Jamaica, so like, if I had any type of emotional attachment to any types of food, it would probably just be, some of those beautiful dishes. You know what I mean? So, I never had to really go to Jamaican restaurants because I got it. Between my folks and my uncles and aunts and everything like that, it's just like, just the real deal Holyfield. You know what I mean? So, ackee and saltfish. You know what I mean? If I was gonna get the electric chair tomorrow, I probably want to have some ackee and saltfish. You know what I mean? That's probably my last meal right there.
Death row meal, nice.
Straight up.
What about the cow cod soup, Matt? Man, I'm talking about that.
Yo! I tell you a funny story about that. My pops made that shit a bunch of times, right? So, and my uncles and all them, they be laughing about it and all that shit. So my uncle was like, "Yo," I was probably like 10 or something like that. Your man looked me dead in my face and he said, "Yo, you gotta have some of this cow cod soup." He said it make your body strong. He told me. He told me that my genitals would be stronger if I eat a bull's genitals. So
the concept makes sense.
That's what he told me. So I've actually had it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've had it before. You know what I'm saying? And my joint. My joint's strong, so it worked. It worked.
So is it the complete package in there, man? You get the testicles and the Johnson as well.
I never ate any, like, when I had it, I just had the broth and the fixings, and I never bit into a chunk of meat. So I wouldn't know the preparation, but
you just had the full play. You didn't have the.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But like, but there's a lot of weird dishes, like, like goat head soup and stuff like that. Like I done been with people and they got like, getting a piece of the skull and all that type of stuff. Like, some of these dishes, you know what I mean? Like I love them from afar. You know what I mean?
Only for the hardcore, man.
Yeah. I'm too Americanized for some of them shit.
Well, it sounds like after you have one of them dishes, you just have to immediately run an assault course.
I mean, shit. That ass, man, it's like you said, hardcore, man. Like you gotta, but nah. I mean, I just think that like certain dishes, man, like, definitely have like an emotional attachment to them, and then I eat everything. Don't get me wrong. And my pops, like, he cooks. He didn't just cook Jamaican food either. So like I had, I eat like 2 people, but I just got fast metabolism. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's been. But yeah, man. But I'm down. I love all types of food. You know what I mean? And don't let E sounds modest, but yo, E gets down, man. You know what I mean? E gets down.
I eat the actual testicles, so my shit's strong.
Oh shit. Well, bro, that's sort of like a lot of people that we talk to when we ask about their favorite meals or favorite foods. It's like you were saying there, Matt. It's like a lot of it is associated to an emotional connection rather than the food itself, if that makes sense. And like, obviously you guys, you guys are different to a lot of people, because a lot of people we interview at the moment are either very, you know, conscious about their diet, either vegetarian or vegan and stuff like that. But you guys kind of eat the whole spectrum, from the gourmet stuff down to the you know, getting dirty with it. Have you got what are some of like the guilty pleasures that you guys eat on the regs?
I mean, I got a crazy sweet tooth, so I mean, all types of. You know what I really love lately, man? Oreo thins. I don't know why. Slimming down a cookie would you would never think I would improve something. That is like one of the best things to ever happen to an Oreo, man. And it's slimmed down like that. That ratio is like perfect.
No, I agree. Yeah, them shits are like.
I can't stop eating those shits.
I couldn't tell you the last time I had a regular Oreo.
Yeah, that's really good. I love ice. I never really ate ice cream like that when I was younger. You know, here and there, but I wasn't like obsessed with it. I love ice cream now. Ice cream is my shit. Yeah. Ben and Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs, all that type of stuff.
All that sweet shit. Yeah. And then, you know, once in a while, me and E got to just get some wings and go in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes I just need a burger. Sometimes I need a, you know, like, I'm, you know, I don't say I eat too unhealthy. Like, I'm not really in the. I can't tell you the last time I just wolfed down some like fast food, you know, like
right.
That. Like, I probably do nowadays. I probably do more like a fast casual, like, you know, I go to like a wing stop once in a while or something like that. But I can't say I just be eating just straight trash. Like I haven't really done that in a minute. So, but once in a while, if I get the craving, yeah, we got to, you know, I say, yo, E, let's get these lemon pepper, man. Let's just go in. You know what
I mean? Over right now.
Oh shit! All in moderation.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do it a lot, but that's our biggest thing is eat everything, just don't eat a shit ton of it, really. I mean, you don't have to have it every day, you know. There's people out there eating McDonald's every day. I don't know if that's the best scenario, but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything you won't eat. It's just about just not overdoing it.
Yeah, man. I remember talking a lot about like when we were over in New York and stuff. Like, obviously, it came up, man. Just like the American diet in general, like, and just the way things like. It's even bonkers for us when we were out there, like the size of the portions and stuff. Like
it makes us sick too.
It was crazy.
Thinking about it is embarrassing.
And the weird thing, man, is sometimes like there's a lot of people who you'd be like, yo, how's the place? How's the restaurant? You'd be like, yo, the portions are big, man.
Right.
Like, that'd be like the first thing they don't keep the taste, don't matter, nothing. All they matter about is just how much food you got, bro. So that's how some people operate. Yeah.
The thing that got me was the big gulps, man. Seeing people walking around with those.
What's the point?
I couldn't to be honest with you, man. Like I couldn't tell you the last time I just drank like soda. Like it's been like I might do ginger ale once in a while, but like I've been on Team Seltzer because of this man for years now. Like I just
another thing too. I don't even think as kids that I don't even know if we've ever even bought a big gulp in our lives. To be honest with you, I don't recall really getting like a big gulp. I've enjoyed. I mean, I love soda. Like, you know, it's part of my childhood and stuff. But I don't recall going to like a gas station and just like filling up 64 ounces of Mountain Dew or some shit.
We used to be heavy on iced tea. Like I remember when I was younger, I used to eat the shit out of some like. But I can't even mess with a lot of iced tea right now because to me that shit tastes like maple syrup right now.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing that's different. Yeah, that's what's different between like the UK and America is like we have sugar in our drinks, but you have like full syrup and like it's like chemicals that aren't even allowed over here, man. That are in there, John.
And they shouldn't be.
You can taste it, man, as well. It's just like
bro, I gotta chew them drinks, man. You gotta chew the drinks in America, man. No, it's mad.
They try to
you can taste that syrup as well, man.
New York State tried to outlaw like bigger drinks.
Right, they did try.
They tried to do that, but it got blocked. Like it got thrown out by the courts. I think it got ruled like against like First Amendment rights.
You're infringing on my rights.
Well,
so they made an attempt, but yeah, maybe in the future you might see something when they try to like regulate stuff like that. Who knows?
Bro, I could just imagine people protesting on the streets with their big gulps.
To be honest with you, man, that like you'll be that right there is very accurate because people really care about that, and their protests, like you said about the mask. So you got people out here. People got out here fighting people, store employees when they say to put the mask off. And like people ride or die for that.
Sick.
It's bonkers, isn't it? I've gone the other way, man. During the lockdown period, I started like making my own ginger beer and stuff, man. You know,
nice.
fermenting my own like kombuchas and stuff, man. I just basically turned into like a gardener, collecting seeds.
I think that's honestly, man. I think a lot of people during this whole lockdown shit, like I think a lot of people learned or are more interested in being like more self-sufficient and making things themselves, cooking themselves, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I think that's real talk right there.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's been good, man, to have the time to put into those kind of things, man. What about you boys? Have you done any like how's lockdown been, man, on the eating front? Have you been drawing for the takeaways or the takeouts, as you say, or you been doing more of your chefing it up yourself?
Definitely more home cooking. You know, for us, we're a little paranoid, man. I mean, we love going out. We definitely love going out to eat, but I don't know. The thing about going out, and I don't want to discredit, obviously, the food. The food is a major thing, but, you know, it's the whole social aspect. I kind of feel like if you can't do it 100%, I don't know, why do it? I hate to say that. I mean, definitely would like to support, especially mom and pop restaurants and things like that. But for us, going out has always been such a social thing. You know, it kind of sucks to just do it as takeaway. Food gets soggy. You know, you take away wings, you bring them back home, you know, 15 minutes, a crispy wing is mush. So it's like, it's a little off-putting, man. So I think we'll probably end up waiting for things to kind of just improve and then, you know, do it up officially, man.
Oh, hopefully these spots are open by that time.
Right, and that's the thing, you know. Yeah. They're gonna start. California's already moving backwards. Texas, we already see is pulling back. So, you know, this stuff's not going away yet.
Has a lot of the independent restaurants even survived over there, or are there a lot of closures, or what's that been like?
I'm here. I see articles of it's hard to gauge, but I definitely see articles of places like closing down and stuff like that, but yeah, I think when it's all said and done, like I think you're gonna see a lot of from big name corporate spots to mom and pop spots. I think you're gonna see a lot of closures when this is like this time next year. I think you're gonna see a lot of vacant businesses, buildings, and all that type of stuff. Unfortunately, because I think certain places like pizzerias and, you know, places that do good on takeout, or like from the jump, I think those spots are gonna be good money. But it's like E was saying, like some food is not really known for like takeout. You know what I mean? So I think it might be difficult for that type of business to survive, man.
Yeah, exactly. So what have you boys been cooking at home then? What's been the go-to recipes or the regular diets what you've been eating?
Yeah, man, just trying to do some barbecuing, some fish, some you know, just I mean like you were saying, man, like just, you know, been trying to in the beginning. I tell you one thing, in the beginning of this lockdown stuff, you go to the supermarket and that shit was like armageddon. You just got what you could get. The beginning of this lockdown joint, all the aisles were empty, so it's like you might leave with like one lamb shank, a can of sardines, and a loaf of bread, and you just got to make. So I thought it was kind of cool because you just kind of just throw stuff together. You know what I mean? It got a little better. It's gotten a little better now though. Like now it's a little better.
Yeah, it was like that here, man. Like people were going crazy, man. Stockpiling, man. It was like fucking armageddon, man. It was insane.
People were losing lives over pasta, man. Like pasta and flour. I went to 6 different places over the span of 4 weeks for some flour just to start baking. I never baked in my life, but I was like, why not? Do you know what I mean? Let me go wrestle with Sharon for like 1.5 kilograms of plain flour.
Some complex carbohydrates.
That's crazy. Yeah, I saw people were wilding out over yeast. And all that.
All that. You gotta get that, man. You gotta get that.
What were you? What you end up baking?
Yeah, well, luckily I got my hands on a bit of yeast, man. So I was all right, man. But then I I did get into the sourdow as well.
okay.
So
I
love sourdough
doing
bread.
it from scratch,
Nice.
proper country style. Yeah.
That's good stuff right there. What,
Yeah, man.
I was having a little matcha cake, man, from this little Japanese restaurant. And then halfway through, though, man, I cut out the dairy. So now I'm just like gazing into space and like waiting for the next cake option to arrive that I can whip up. I had like I could do that with my eyes closed, man. It's just the same measurements, and I just switch up, change matcha for something else, whatever. Just throw some shit in.
that's
Experiment. Do you know what I mean, bro? Because that flour, man, it took a lot of effort. I've never worked for anything so much in my life for that, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I know. Toilet paper was crazy over there too.
Yeah,
man. It's not. I never understood that, man, because it's like it's not a toilet roll shortage, man. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But no one said that. No one's ever said that. But for some reason, that was the thing that people got most hyped up about, man.
Yeah.
It was insane, man. People were like ordering like 60 packs off online and shit, man. Getting like trucks worth turning up to their doors, man. It's insane.
Yeah, mad. Crazy. I always found it funny when it first kicked off about the supermarket etiquette. Like just you get to the pasta aisle and everyone just moves into a 2-foot shuffle. But you know, just don't know how far you got to stay away from each other, but trying to get that last little bit of fettuccine or whatever, or linguine, and they're like jumping towards it.
I have to admit, I did get swept up in a bit in it as well, man. You know, I couldn't help it, man.
Well, I think that's what happens though, and it's a reactionary thing, man. And you get the public in on it, just you can't help but getting kind of sucked into it because you feel the panic of other people, and then it quickly rubs off on others, man. So it's scary. It's scary to know that you could, somebody could get trampled over some toilet paper. Like, you think about that.
I remember over here, it was probably like 10 years ago, something like that. In New York, it was in like the tri-state area. We had like a gas shortage, and I remember people were like lined up blocks and going crazy. People were fight. I drove past like 10 fights over gas and like people pulling into the spot. And so like anytime there's like a shortage or something or things, you can't just like go get something like you usually would. People start bugging out. It's just human nature.
Yeah. Survival tactics.
Get swept up in it.
Yeah,
man. I felt my instincts kicking in, man. I tell you. I came back one day with like 2 kilos of naan bread. It's just like buying anything. Like you said, man. Yeah, come back with a lamb shank.
I think
good practice though, man. It's good practice for the kitchen.
Yeah. I was telling me,
ready, steady cook.
We talk about it all the time. Like we talk about it all the time. How minus the money losses, the death, the businesses shutting down, like minus all the negative stuff, I think there's like lessons to be learned from all
100%, man.
You know what I mean? And definitely just like a lot of people are on cruise control and spending money just unnecessarily. Like this makes you realize that you really don't got to buy a lot of stuff. You could keep stuff more in house and enjoy life the same way without having to buy stuff in 2 seconds. So like, I think you learn a lot from it, no question.
It's been like a chance to step back and assess in it for a lot of people. And like you say, like a lot of people like baking their own stuff, growing their own stuff and things like that, man. Like it's definitely, aside for all the tragedies and stuff like that, obviously, of course, but like it's had its benefits, man. It's been a bit of like a curing period. Would you guys set up the Dop garden? What would you be growing in the little allotment patch in the Dop household?
Oh, right. Man, if I had my own garden, I would do I know it's a lot of care, but I would definitely do my best to grow a lot of shit. There's nothing like a fresh tomato, man. I love it. It can't even the supermarket can't compare, man. Really can't.
Nah.
They get like a little cherry tomato that's like orange colored. The sweetness of it is, I could pop them shits all day, man. Really.
Definitely some basil. Definitely some basil, some thyme, all that. Yeah, I would do as much as I could, to be honest with you, unless it became overwhelming. But I would definitely try to do as much as possible because there's nothing compares to fresh out.
He can't cheat for the lung impale. Cutting out the beef, ate a ton of kale. Shorty teeth looking like a tongue in jail. Played the skin flute and she sung a scale. You brought the Tito's, huh? Lime chips and burritos, huh? Snatch them both watching the Ashanti twerk vid. About to spill Chianti on my shirt, kid.
So what have your food experiences been like outside of America? What were your experiences like here, or any memorable dishes or anything like that?
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to. I don't think we got a chance to fully take advantage of what you guys are, man. Like a lot of times we're in and out of the UK, unfortunately. So looking forward to staying out there for longer. But yeah, we had some good meals in France and Germany, and where we had that ill spot with the seafood in France.
Oh, Marseille. That was good. Right on the water.
Of course, yeah.
Really nice, man.
Yeah, we were trying to get some bouillabaisse, but
all right, order ahead.
We didn't order, but we got to order that shit like 2 days in advance, something like that. So, but we just got some poppin' seafood, man, and we came up in there and looking like we look like zombies. We had like tour clothes and tour body. On an off day, we look crazy. You know, it was like everybody was dressed up. We looked crazy in there.
A little upscale,
but they let us in. They let us in. They let us in, man. You know, but we've had some good meals in Germany as well. Like last time we were in what's Yannick live again? Nuremberg.
Yes,
I believe it's Nuremberg. Like Nuremberg trials and all that, and he took us to a spot that they're renowned for the sausages, balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was good.
And I never you know, when you eat just a sausage, it's probably some packaged, you know, processed joint like that right there. Changed my life, man. Like it was like some old school German, you know, homemade mustard and what is it with like
sauerkraut.
And, they had the different types, like
some were grilled, some were boiled. Like
like it was really good. It was memorable, man, because you know you eat sausage your whole life, you know what I'm saying, and then you eat that, and it's like, yo, I'm going back, doing it wrong the whole time.
They know how to finesse a sausage out there, man. That's for sure.
Straight up, yo, crazy, man. Out here, my man, you know, Big Josh. Yo, he always says sausage with an N. So that's how I can't help saying that. Yo, sausages. You know what I mean?
Which I think is like a dog treat.
SN. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, I can't I'll be I'll be talking to somebody who who doesn't know that, and I'll say that, and I'll be like, damn, what the hell is this person thinking? Sausages. But that's how I can't help it now.
Well, that might get you something else in Germany. You never know. Do you know what I mean? You never know. You never know.
That's that red light district. So,
No, I was gonna say, man, like some of like the British dishes and stuff, man, because I always remember like Matt, I think it was you had a bar, man, I can't remember if it was where you talk about something like you're eating fish and chips up in Maine with malt vinegar, and I was like, oh shit, they can get that there out there as well, man.
Hey yo, before we start, got to ask twice. All complainers, all blame. Got to learn to take advice with the grain of salt. Eat fish and chips up in Maine with malt vinegar. Then run the bend the nearest chase just to drain the vault.
That's not too far, no, from like where you guys are.
Yeah, we've had
Salt and Battery, which is owned by a British dude, right, in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they got that, and then they have New England has their own. New England has a lot of seafood dishes just from being right on the ocean and all that.
Oh, right.
So they have fish and chips up there, like their New England style, but it's not as heavily battered as your guys' fish and chips. It's not as crunchy and battered. It's a little lighter than your guys' jump. But we did have fish and chips in where were we? We did a show in London, and then we were up in we took a train up to where the hell we go? Yo, where's Amy Winehouse from?
She's from London. As far as I know, she was Camden, like London. I didn't know.
We took a train.
Yeah, she's London, man. Yeah, Camden.
We took a train to Camden, I believe.
We were definitely in Camden.
Because homie showed us her crib, I believe. Said she used to stay there. He was giving us a tour, so I believe it was Camden. And he took us we had some fish and chips up there, but that was no lie, that was years ago. Yeah. I don't even really remember it, but nah, next time you come out there, we got to kick it, man. We got to do it all right, man. So yeah, we gonna let you guys know ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll give you a tour, innit?
Yeah,
for sure, man. What kind of things do you put on your rider, man, when you get one?
Yo, to be honest with you,
It's not
man,
that crazy.
like I feel like I'm always like surprised. I don't even know what's on it. We get cold cuts, bread,
Yeah,
fruit.
right.
We
After
get,
some cold cuts, some fruits, maybe some veggies or something.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Just something to kind of snack on that won't kill us.
candy sometimes.
Right,
Some
candy
gummy worms. We get some Hennessy. Some like
Right.
especially if we in Germany and Belgium and love getting some local beer, man. You know what I mean? And you know that some beer I never heard of that tastes amazing. You know what I mean? And then but yeah, sometimes we get pineapples and. I mean, yo, Eden bust down, right? Eden bust down a pineapple before a show before, chop that shit up and all that.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Just all exotic fruits. But well, taking it back a little bit, man, staying on the music, on your music side of things. Obviously, we told you just before that you guys were quite a big inspiration since we started this project, just because of the density of the food lyrics that you've got in your bars, and like especially, I mean, I remember hearing about you guys like a while before this, but Peace Kid album was the one that like got me hooked. You know what I mean? Like that's to me is like a classic album. I don't think there's much wrong with the album. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just and especially like the bars that was in that just got us tripping. And I remember you saying something when we were over in New York, which like resonated a lot about why you use so much food, and it's not just about your love of food as such, but also just the phonetics and the linguistics angles and the words that are in the food vocabulary. So what do you remember? What was like the light bulb spark to that? Was there a certain moment, or was there, you know, how did you kind of latch on to that as I don't want to say a style or a method, but just something that you got into?
I mean, for us, it was just kind of if it's something you're into already, I think light bulbs go off in our heads anytime we hear something interesting. So I think you start to realize patterns, especially in like rap music, kind of the go-to phrases that a lot of guys use. And then when you start to see there's like another world that has so many, a lot of new words that will work perfectly with familiar words or just completely new. It's like opening up it's just a fresh new batch of options to rap about. And it just, for us, we know that it helps set us apart because we know that, I mean, and this is not the reason why, but even when it comes down to searching things, if you want to search one of our lyrics with one of the words we use, we might be the only rappers that have used it. Yeah. So it's like automatic search results. But that's not really why. We just find it interesting. The medical field has always intrigued us.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, yeah.
It's just a shit ton of new words you can use.
Now, we like having, like he was saying, man, like it could be mundane writing about the same topics and using the same words, and it's cool to have it open up a new world of vocab based on stuff you like already,
right?
And then rhyming stuff with that, and then your verse is unique because it's something that you enjoy, and it's something that probably might not like to be in 2020 and to write something that hasn't been used in a song ever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool in itself. And knowing that it's not forced, you're not like searching stuff just to do it. It's kind of, a lot of this stuff comes up in conversation, or I'm talking to somebody and they say, yo, I made this, or I ate that, or I look at a menu and something look cool. You watch, like you said, Bon Appetit, or you watching something and it look cool. So yeah, it really is. It has nothing but good benefits.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Has it made you, I mean, you touched on that, but has it made you like research things more? Or if you, like you say, you hear a certain word or a certain dish that someone said, has that made you then look into that more and then expand your food knowledge or your palate? Has it had the reverse effect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of hand in hand because like Matt was saying, it's typically something that you're probably interested in anyways. Like you might be watching, like you said, you could be watching something on YouTube about a certain dish and you're already intrigued. Then they mention an ingredient you never heard of, or the dish's name is interesting, or they explain why the dish is called the name that it's called because it has some historical background or something, something crazy happened. Like I know he mentioned puttanesca,
yeah,
which is like whores spaghetti or some shit. Like,
Sittin on the settee, mixing moves with fresca, while hookers cooking this spaghetti, alla puttanesca, empty all this fetty.
Something about how they used to have like whorehouse I guess like kind of like a row, like whorehouse row, like an area with multiple whorehouses, and then lure in clients with that dish. So I just happened to see something about that. And I'm like, yo, gotta put that.
It'd be rude not to, man. It'd be rude not to.
Yeah, there's too many, man. I just remember listening to that album, man. And it was like, yeah, first we listened to that album. I just listened to it on repeat, and then you got the instrumentals with that afterwards, didn't it, man? And we used to like try and do a bit of freestyling to the instrumentals after. Do you remember this?
That's what
we can be like them.
That's beautiful.
We can really do it.
Of course. I mean, and trust me, it's not. Yeah, it's not even that it's our thing. We don't want to be known as like the food rappers or the medical rappers. It's just interesting to look at. I mean, we've mentioned shit from sports. There's interesting sports phrases. We love old like idioms and weird, sayings from the past. It's just anything that's not standard of right now. I think is more interesting to us. So it's really just about expanding your mind and your interests, and like you said, not forcing it. You never want to like look up on the internet like what's an interesting word, like that would be whack. You know what I'm saying? It's got to come to you naturally. Something that you're interested in already. You're watching it and you find something intriguing about it. So that's what makes it fun for us.
Yeah, definitely. Who's top of the list in your opinion when it comes to food references and rap? Apart from yourselves, obviously.
There's so many good ones. The obvious answer is like a Bronson, who obviously has a culinary background. But I've heard a bunch of guys. I've been surprised by certain rappers, and I wish I could think of the examples off the top. But every once in a while, I'm always impressed by something somebody says, like a rare dish or like an interesting ingredient or the comparison to like a cooking technique or some shit. I remember Jay-Z said something about a fricassee. I thought that was cool. Shit was quick to see. From selling caine to brains was fried to a fricassee. Can't lie. Like just interesting shit like that. So I'm always fascinated when artists say something that's culinarily related.
Roc Marciano's got a few gourmet bars, hasn't he, man?
He slips them in flawlessly as well.
He does, man. Yeah.
He said something about like leathers or butter soft crabs and butter sauce or something like that. I think I always like that. I might be butchering it, but I think that was a good line that he said. There's a ton of people, man, that are they blow my mind because I'm like, there's no way these guys are as interested in food as maybe we are, maybe like a Bronson is or something like that. And you hear somebody say some shit and you go, oh shit. You feel like it's like a great minds think alike type moment.
Yeah. I always talk about one of my favorite is I always talk about the one with Big Pun talking about he in the shack baking muffins.
Yeah,
I love that one. Yeah, that one is fire.
The imagery on that is incredible.
Oh, you can see it. You can see
it. He would have been loving it in lockdown, man. He would have been baking muffins constantly. With a horse to the battle, niggas talk what they babble, cause they ain't saying nothing. If I ain't blazing something with the Mac, I'm in the shack making muffins. Make the funk and get your front roast. One dose of the toast to make me choke.
Well, we've got just like a quick one, really, just to wrap it up. Just a little side fun question. Obviously, just talking about TV chefs, man. A lot of big names in America and UK. Over here, we've got a bit of Nigella, Gordon, Oliver, people like that. I remember we were talking about this the other day, man. You mentioned in issue 1 that Rachel Ray had a big impact on your childhood. I remember you saying about that you liked when she turned to get something out of the fridge. Are there any other favorite TV food personalities, especially now in the world of the internet, food networks and stuff like that? Is there anyone that's top of your lists?
Oh, I mean, we're including internet.
Yeah, whatever. Go wild, man. It's a new age.
Oh,
it's a new age. Man.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I love a lot of Bon Appetit staff. Like I said, I love Carla. Love man. I like Alex Delaney on there when he does all the. I know he's not necessarily. He's more of kind of for the.
He does the like eat one of everything kind of like.
Right. So I know he's not always necessarily cooking, but I really appreciate his palate. But man, I follow so many people, and it's hard to follow even just some of the old names. Like follow Ming Tsai. I love Ming Tsai. Man, I'm drawing a blank. I'm just from La Bernardin, Eric Bourdain's man, and I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. Eric Repair. Yep, Eric Repair. It's just too many people, man. I'm more into starstruck and like just all around infatuated with food personalities more than I'll ever be with a fellow musician. Sad to say, I guess. It's all I follow, man. I'm super into it. But there's so many, even like guys who are doing their own shows, like like Binging with Babish and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like
Just guys who have their own channels, just killing it, just with really good insight and information.
Yeah, well, I like Jay Kenji Lopez for that, man. He's pretty good on the.
That was a big name on the set. Do you follow his At Night series and just his regular Cooking with Kenji?
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, he's taught me a lot, man. Yeah,
he's scientific, but it's not overly nerdy and like too scientific that you get like annoyed by it. It's the perfect balance. I really fuck with Kenji, man.
I gotta shout out one of my first loves, man. I love I love my girl Nigella.
Yeah,
that's my son. That's my son right there. Man. But I mean, back. I remember when we were younger, right? And she was on Food Network over here when we were younger. She had a show, and I remember her show was like softcore porn. Like she was in like the hot tub with like rose petals, drinking wine and stuff, and I was just like, yo. So I gotta. We talking about going back. I got love for her too, man. For real. But we used to watch Two Fat Ladies.
Oh
yeah. Two Fat Ladies. That's jokes, man. That you see that.
I mean,
Two Hot
Tamales. Yeah. I mean, everything, man. Like
Bobby, Mario Batali.
Yeah,
Batali.
Iron Chef, of course, the classic shit. Everything, man. It's hard to remember everything, but
and I love Guy too. I don't know why he gets so much shit.
Guy Fieri, man, he's an absolute G. What a G,
absolutely,
man. I love him.
Man. I mean, a triple D marathon. I could watch that shit all day.
I do watch it all day, man. I watch it as soon as it's past midnight. That's all it's on, man. It's all it's on the Food Network.
And it dips into the weekend now. It used to be Fridays. Now it's going into all the way into Sunday. They're just letting it rock. He's the marquee artist, man.
It's kind of like the family feud of food. You know what I'm saying?
Love Guy.
He kills it. Yeah. So we gave you Nigella, man. You gave us Guy Fieri, man. We'll take that, man.
Even exchange.
Righteous. It's righteous.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you've got anything else to ask, Fatty, or if there's anything if you guys want to talk about or anything like that. But that's kind of the main points we want to speak to you about.
Yeah. We covered it, man. Killed it.
We really appreciate you guys having us, man. It's, I geek out more talking about food, sadly, than I do about music. It's a sad reality, but it's the truth. So it's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, you got to get up again once all this shit is done and we're allowed in your country, man. Yeah, we got to get up. We had a tour. We had a tour book, man.
I remember you saying.
Summer. End of May into June, so you know what I mean. So next time we gotta hit up we gotta see some football and all that.
Yeah, man, we'll take you to some places. We'll come give you the tour in it, man. Book a little footy game.
Hell yeah!
I can't wait, man.
Sick, awesome, man. Thanks so much, like as always, man. Do you know what I mean, like we said earlier, like you were one of the top guys that we wanted to have on this from the start, and you just got back to us straight away, man. So we're blessed for that, man. Really
appreciate you.
Heavy.
For real.
Yes, that was the Big Rap Cookbook podcast with the Doppelgangaz. Shout out to them for coming on. Big shout out to Mara, Fact and EP. Thanks for listening as well. We hope you enjoyed the podcast. Please make sure you get in touch and hit us up on all the normal social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Big Rap Cookbook. You can also hit us up on our website, bigrapcookbook.com. Issue 2 is in the works, so keep an eye out on that. Hope you stay tuned for the next one.